All right, so we're going to be talking about the top travel hacks on staying productive and getting stuff done while you're also traveling. Now, what I'm going to do in this video is share with you stuff that has worked for me when I'm traveling and when I'm out and about and I don't have like a designated office that I can go to every single day. And these are just a couple things that I have found that have increased my productivity so that I'm able to continue working even though I am abroad. And so, long story short, the biggest travel hack I think that you can begin implementing is just simply staying in your destination for a longer period of time. Meaning, don't just go somewhere for 1 week or 2 weeks and expect to be productive, because by the time you get adjusted, by the time you find out where the gym is, where the good food places are, where you can go for a lunch while you're working, it's already going to be a bit too late. By the time you settle in, it's already time for you to leave or go to the next spot. At one point, we traveled to 4 different destinations in about 1 month. So it's a different destination each week, and it was just too much. I didn't really go to the gym. The food places that we found we're constantly changing, and so I think it is best to stay somewhere for roughly 2 months to 4 months plus. Depends on how much you want to travel and move around. And I think if you do this, then you can still enjoy a place, you can still travel while also having some kind of routine. The thing about coffee shops, and I have worked out of coffee shops, is that the coffee shops, they're unreliable, meaning sometimes it's crazy loud. If you have Zoom calls, if you have stuff to do where you need to talk to a camera or to a person, then it's just not going to work too well, because other times it may be filled, other times it could be quiet. It's unpredictable, as well as the Wi-Fi. Sometimes the Wi-Fi goes out and then you're stuck. So coffee shops can be a great option. However, I would not stick with them for very long. I've worked in many different coffee shops here in Sayulita, and I haven't found any that have been super good or ones that made me want to go to work and made me want to be productive. So the second option is going to be a co-working space, and I think this is the best one. If you can find a good co-working space, you can probably get a pretty good deal if you stay for a month, if you stay for 2 months, whatever, and it'll be cheaper than going to a coffee shop, because a lot of coffee shops here, they actually charge you a fee, not like a flat fee, but a minimum that you have to spend at the coffee shop if you want to work there for 3 hours, 4 hours and plus. And that's just a standard. So if you book a co-working place, it usually comes with, perks like getting coffee, and in general, you will be more productive because you'll have an office type setup that you can go to every single day and you can get your work done. One thing you want to absolutely avoid is waking up in the morning and then figuring it out as you go. There were a couple days that we got here, and just in the morning I would wake up and I'd just Google coffee shop with Wi-Fi, and then I would have to go out there and try to find a seat, and it's brand new and everything's new, and it's just not the ideal way of booking these. So I would stay away from that, and you want to pre-plan in advance. One thing I would do, and one thing I did as soon as we arrived here, is I went to the first co-working spot. So there's 2 here in town. I went to the first one, and then I went to the second one, and I went to them just day by day. So I booked the first one for a day, and then I booked the second one for a day, and then I found out the second one I liked way more, and so I booked it for a month and I stayed here. And so that is how I was able to maintain a routine, stay productive, go to work at a certain time, and also come home at a certain time as well. Those are a few tips. But a good thing that you want to do also as a digital nomad is to meet all the people around you. So if you're working at a co-working spot instead of like a coffee shop, let's say, it's usually easier to meet people because they're all there. If you speak English, then and English is your first language, like it is for me basically, then your chances of meeting someone that speaks English are going to be much higher. So it's a great place to make friends and meet people, and then also these could potentially become your clients, people you work with, people you collaborate with, and so forth. So that's another huge benefit of a co-working. Really the main thing that kills your productivity is not having a routine that you can follow every single day, right? So day in and day out, because then you're always choosing a new spot, you're always choosing a new area, you don't know if the Wi-Fi is good, if it's bad, and so forth. So better to just choose one co-working you can go to every single day, make it your spot, and when you go there, you can feel perfectly comfortable and do what you need to do.